Welcome to Jane's Luxury Rentals. We're going to tour around our beautiful cottage Primrose and show you how we display things, turn items on, and make the cottage look the most warm and welcoming. So here's our little display that we've left out, as well as the binder with a little greeting signed by Jane. And in the binder, on the first page is the contracts. So the first one is a COVID waiver that the guests would sign, just saying they haven't traveled, they haven't experienced symptoms, etc. And then the second waiver is a property waiver, just acknowledging that no noise, no smoking. Storms develop quickly, so put your patio furniture away if that is the case. Practice safe boating, etc. The binder highlights and outlines all of the important features of the cottage. The 4 critical things to remember upon your greeting is the water, whether it is drinkable or not. Remind the guests that septic systems are sensitive and can only handle toilet paper. Wi-Fi and overages if the plan is not unlimited. And finally, where they are to store their garbage and where the nearest dump is located. If there is any alcohol left behind, it is technically fair game for the guests. So we tell our owners, if you want to leave a bottle of wine or something that is nice, and you definitely can, but if you leave your own beverages, we can't ensure that the guests aren't going to drink it. So just make sure that all of the mini fridges are clear of any alcohol. This barbecue is direct line, which is nice, so we didn't have to bring propane tanks. However, for our rentals, the first rental, the owner supplies 2 propane tanks, and then throughout the season, we replenish them. So after the first rental, we would take the empty 2 tanks back to 31, and we would bring 2 full ones for the next rental. Along with the 2 propane tanks, we also bring 2 water jugs. So if the water at the cottage is not drinkable, our owners supply a water jug filter, and it's the same system. So they supply 2 jugs at the beginning of the season, and we replenish them after each rental. And after the very last rental, we have 2 full ones waiting for them upon their return. For each bathroom as well, we have a sign that says nothing but toilet paper goes down. In our greetings, as one of the first things, just so guests are aware that if they cause any damages, they are fully responsible. We like to make sure that we do put these signs on the back of the toilet so that it is a constant reminder each and every time someone uses the bathroom, just because it can be easy to forget. So I will move the toilet paper down and just leave that sign right there. Then for our soaps, this is actually a brand that we carry as well, or that we supply in our cottages, so it is full. I'm gonna leave it right here. So when I was setting up this bathroom, I noticed that our little bear here has seen better days. He's cracked, he's broken, he looks like he's been glued together. Something like this, our property team is going to record and make note of so that they understand that the guests did not make this damage. But just in case they missed it, I'm going to take a picture so that I know before the guests arrive, this is a pre-existing damage and there's no discrepancy with the owner at the end of the rental. The cleaners have the bedding out, which is nice, just making sure, there's no stray hairs. Gonna double check, make sure it's all looking pristine. I also noticed as well, the owners must have forgotten their Apple Watch charger. So this is something we want to definitely make note of, because if the guests happen to use it or it goes missing, then the owner may come asking where it is. I'm going to take a picture of this just so that I know and have record that it was left behind, and I'm going to put it in the owner's bedside table on top of these 2 books here. For bathrooms that are larger than a powder room and have a shower or a tub, and for our Super League cottages, we have full-size shampoo and conditioners that we like to either arrange here, or I could even put it here. You feel you have the towel there. Move them a bit closer. As well, we have little facial bars of soap that I will display on these face cloths. As well, we don't have any soap out here already, so I'm going to put 2 bottles right here, and then I'm going to tuck the owner's bottle in under. As well, I'm going to place our trusty sign on the back of the toilet just as another friendly reminder that nothing but toilet paper goes down. In this bathroom, our cleaners have already laid out the hand towels and face cloths, which is excellent. I see here that there's already a full jug of soap, so I'm not going to put mine out again, but I will add the little facial bars. I will leave out 2, right there and right there. And then I'm going to add the full shampoo and conditioner bottle. I'm just going to set that right here and take our bath mat and drape it over the side of the tub. It looks a little bit cleaner than just leaving it on the floor. One thing I do notice is the toilet paper is empty, like it looks like it's been used. So I'm just going to take it off and put a fresh, brand new one there. Even fold it in a nice little triangle, just to give it that extra elite touch. So I'm just coming in the bedrooms, checking that, you know, the top drawers, closet little space is empty for the guests. There's no dirty socks, hair elastics, as well as just making sure everything is crisp. Towels are all laid out. This is looking good. It's also important to figure out if the owners are comfortable with the guests having indoor fires. Typically, this isn't something you would do in the summer, but some of our guests have requested to have fires if they are wood burning. So make sure you check with the owner if they are comfortable with this, and then where they would store the wood if they are. I have our eco-friendly laundry detergent strips that I'm going to leave out here. They have our label on them. We typically recommend to our owners that they put away all their own soaps, because if they leave it out, we can't guarantee the guests are not going to use it. So in this case, I am going to tuck it away. So I am noticing a part of the laundry room here, we have this owner storage. I'm seeing, you know, a saw, an either airsoft gun or pellet gun. Typically, we would tell the guests they have access to the laundry, and this is off limits. They are not allowed to access, but no one is watching them during their whole stay, so we cannot guarantee these items are not going to get used. We recommend to our owners that any items of importance that they don't want guests touching, they lock away. So I am going to remove the gun, the saw, any other dangerous items that we want to avoid guests tampering with, and put that in lock storage. I'm here now in the mechanical room / owner additional storage. You see here there is a second fridge freezer, which is not accessible to the guests. This is where our owners would put any items like condiments that they want to save for their return. So they would just simply store it in here. As well, the mechanical room, you can show the guests, because if there is a power outage or something of that nature, I see the Wi-Fi modem is located right there. You can just tell them this is where to access that. However, everything else is off limits. We recommend to our owners that they log out of their Apple TV, their Netflix, their Crave, Amazon Prime, because the guests can rent movies, make purchases. So just to make things easier, we ask our owners to log out of all of their systems. Coming into the bathroom, we've got everything laid out. Our cleaners have so nicely displayed the towels on the racks, on the counter. Here, they even do nice little folds of our toilet paper. They work so hard and tirelessly to make sure everything is pristine and perfect. And here is a perfect example of our white linen program. So this cottage, Primrose, is on the white linen program, meaning we provide all the towels and the linens. There are only a select few cottages in the super elite category where the owners have the option whether to use our program or to supply the linens and towels themselves. If the fireplace is wood burning, it is important to learn from the owner how to use the flue or the damper, and then relay that information to the guest. Simply because some guests are unaware and unfamiliar with wood-burning fireplaces, so to ensure we don't have to call the fire station, we will teach them how to use it. Very important to check with the owners to see if they would like their cushions brought in either nightly, or if it just when it rains, or if they don't even really care at all. Make sure that you learn where they want it kept so that you can relay that information to the guest. As well, it is important to ensure that if it does rain or a storm brews, that the screens in any Muskoka room are closed as well. Check the hot tub, make sure there's no green algae growing, leaves, frogs, that is looking pristine, so when the guests arrive, it is running and looks very inviting. Over here you can notice some hot tub chemicals. It's important to relay to the guests that they aren't to tamper with the measurements and the chemicals unless there's specific instructions left for them by the owner. If the cottage has garbage pickup, it is also vital that you relay this information to the guests and emphasize that if it is Thursday mornings or Wednesday mornings, that they do not put it out the night before. Yes, they will have to get up early and put it out, but this is to avoid waking up to a complete disaster. Thank you so much. We can't wait for another great rental season ahead.